I say this with love because I feel like this same sentiment applies to a lot of fan bases across sports, but Braves fans, they can be so passionate sometimes that their passion straight up turns into delusion. Like, look at these back-to-back comments from humans saying that Arcia never made these attaboy Harper comments because he doesn't speak English. And then Arcia, after the game, literally admitted that he made those comments. He just thought that they were going to stay in the clubhouse and that the reporters who heard it weren't going to report on it. What? We're going to go ahead and break that down in today's recap, as well as Royce Lewis and the Twins. They are trying to stop the Astros from going to their 7th consecutive ALCS. That almost doesn't seem real. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, I hate to admit it, but they just turned in one of the worst performances by superstars in playoff history, and Mookie Betts, he even admitted it. All of that in today's MLB Recap, and just a reminder, Recap is presented by SeatGeek. Use code Fuzzy to save 20 bucks off all your tickets. And right now in Underdog Fantasy, they are running a new customer special where if you use code Fuzzy, you get access to a 1-yard Patrick Mahomes pick'em and a $500 deposit match. Do not miss out on free money. So before we recap the game from yesterday, the Braves versus essentially Bryce Harper, we have to talk about why Orlando Arcia and Bryce Harper have some beef. So after Michael Harris made a sick grab to end game number 2 essentially, and Austin Riley doubled off Bryce Harper, Orlando Arcia, he went down into the clubhouse and he started mocking Bryce Harper by saying, "Ha ha, attaboy Harper." And Braves fans, they were saying that this quote is fake because it came from a Philly reporter. Or the other excuse I saw was that Orlando Arcia does not speak English because apparently translations don't exist if you're a Braves fan. But also, it's not like Orlando Arcia recited the Declaration of Independence. He said, "Ha ha, attaboy Harper." You're telling me a guy that's been playing professional baseball for almost a decade in America can't say "ha ha, attaboy Harper"? What are you saying? So now that you have the context, you can understand why Philly played with extra motivation yesterday. Nick Castellanos, he was looking like Aaron Burr out there versus Alexander Hamilton, like some of the quickest hands I've ever seen. That was for all of my history buffs, and this is where the fun really began. Harper, he sent one to Jupiter, and he made sure that he really enjoyed it. He pimped it, and then he stared at Orlando Arcia as he rounded second base. The Phillies kept on dumping salt in the wound. JT Realmuto, he doubled in 2. He has 5 home runs and 10 RBIs over his last 16 postseason games. Harper, he then went lefty-lefty for his second home run of the game, and then he produced one of the coldest pictures in baseball history. I mean, this dude was looking directly into the soul of Orlando Arcia, and he was making sure that Arcia knew what he had just done to his fan base. Trey Turner smoked the 4th home run of the night for the Phillies. Nick Castellanos, he joined Harper with a multi-home run game, and then Marsh, he went the other way to make it back-to-back home runs with Nick Castellanos. Those 6 home runs in a single game ties a playoff record, and by the way, we haven't even talked about Aaron Nola, who carved for 9 strikeouts. He went 7 shutout versus the Marlins, and considering he's a free agent after the season, back-to-back gems, he's going to get a fat bag as a free agent. Now, just in case you're still not convinced that Arcia made these comments, here's Orlando Arcia himself admitting that Bryce Harper was never supposed to hear what he said.
No, just because, I mean, you know, when you win the clubhouse, I was just under the impression that you could say whatever you wanted. So, you know, I guess it's just something that was reported, you know, and just that he wasn't supposed to hear. That's why we were celebrating. That was why we were talking in the clubhouse.
The clubhouse is a sanctuary, and I think when things like that get out, it doesn't make people want to talk to the media at all.
Was there any motivation?
I mean, anytime anybody says something, right? I mean, that's what it's all about.
Did you enjoy staring him down?
Yeah, I mean, I stared right at him.
I feel like that's kind of a fair point, but then again, you know that reporters are in the clubhouse, and whatever you say has a chance of getting out there. So, moral of the story, if you're going to taunt anyone, have it not be Bryce Harper, have it be Johan Rojas or something like that. No disrespect to Johan Rojas. That dude flies on the bases. He's a sick defender. He's pretty good. But if they're born with the name of Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, or Bryce Harper, just don't poke the bear. Don't do it. Game number 4 is going to be a lot of fun because Spencer Strider is going up against Ranger Suarez, who has been a postseason legend. The Philly crowd during yesterday's game, they were chanting, "We want Strider."
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
So there you have it. Let's move on to the Astros at the Twins. Houston, again, like we said in the intro, they're vying for a spot in their 7th consecutive ALCS, and it didn't get off to a great start as Royce Lewis, he found another barrel for his 3rd home run this postseason, but Michael Brantley, he answered with a barrel of his own. Brantley, he's basically hitting 300 with a 360 on base percentage in 56 playoff games. That's when Jose Urquidy, he decided it was time to stop Keating around. He struck out like 4 or 5 Twins in a row. He had almost 20 swing and misses through 4 innings. Jose Abreu, He smoked another long home run. He's been a machine this playoffs. For his career in the playoffs, Jose Abreu, he's been really, really good. He's hitting 300 now with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs in 10 playoff games. Jose Urquidy, he was really good. He allowed just 2 runs on 2 home runs. Now, if you're going to allow runs, have them be solo home runs because you were attacking the zone and trying not to walk guys. He was a playoff beast yesterday. And then the Houston bullpen completely bullied the Twins for the last hour of this game. They struck out 8 hitters over the final 3 1/3 without allowing a single base hit. The Brian Abreu to Ryan Presley combination continues to be an absolute cheat code. Presley, he struck out the side. He's allowed 1 run and struck out 33 hitters over his last 25 innings in the playoffs. And Abreu, he's been just as nasty. This series is going to be so much fun. We have the Rangers and the Astros in a battle for Texas. I cannot wait. All right, let's talk about this Dodgers and D-backs game. Rookie Brandon Pfaadt, he basically threw 3 perfect innings to start this one against the Dodgers. And then, yeah, this happened. Geraldo Perdomo, he hit a home run. Ketel Marte, he stunted on Lance Lynn for one of the most disrespectful leans I've ever seen. He's just so cool. Christian Walker, he made it 3 home runs in a single inning, which ties a playoff record for most home runs in 1 inning. And Gabriel Moreno, he makes it 4. Just kidding. That is a foul ball. But there's a saying called ball don't lie, and Moreno, he earned a home run. 4 home runs in 1 inning, a playoff record. The game was over at that point because Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, they no-showed in the most epic fashion imaginable. They went 1 for 21. You heard that right. 2 MVPs had 1 hit total over 3 games as their team got swept. That is completely unacceptable. Also unacceptable, the starting pitching. Look at what my boy Jolly Olive tweeted out. Look at this screenshot between their 3 starting pitchers. Horrific. But shout out to the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Snakes, the Serpentines, whatever you want to call them. They completely shocked the world in 2023. They're young, they're hungry, and honestly, a Phillies Diamondbacks NLCS would be insane because I'd probably go to a few Diamondbacks games because I'm right next door in Las Vegas. Now, because the Dodgers just got eliminated, let's see who they're going to be losing in free agency. So Kershaw, he is an unrestricted free agent. He can go wherever he wants. Lance Lynn, he has a club option of $18 million. There is no chance on God's green earth that they are going to pick that up. Julio Urias, I mean, he might be banned for the rest of forever. Max Muncy, he has a club option of $14 million. Is he worth 14? I mean, he hits a lot of home runs. You have Hernandez being a free agent. JD Martinez is a free agent. I don't think that they're going to pick up Joe Kelly's option. Maybe Blake Treinen. Ahmed Rosario is a free agent. Like, the Dodgers, they're about to have a full-blown rebuild, if you ask me. Maybe that's being a little bit dramatic or hyperbolic because they still have Mookie Betts. They have Freddie Freeman, a Rookie of the Year contender, and James Outman. Like, they have a lot of good pieces, but a lot of their success depended on a few guys, and they didn't come up clutch. On the flip side, the Diamondbacks have one of the best players in baseball on a super team-friendly contract in Corbin Carroll. They haven't even really used Jordan Lawler. They haven't called up Drew Jones. Like, the Diamondbacks, if they add one more stud starting pitcher to that rotation, oh my God. I'm looking at today's Immaculate Grid. No chance we do this in under 1 minute. I'm going to start off with the 30 stolen bases for the Reds. I could go Billy Hamilton, but I'm going to go with Joe Morgan. 30 stolen bases for the Giants, I'm going to go Barry Bonds. I know Willie Mays is probably going to be the most popular. Okay, 37. Maybe it was Barry Bonds. 30 stolen base season for the Pirates. The Andrew McCutchen. I'm pretty sure Andrew McCutchen stole 30. 41%. My Rarity score is absolutely cooked. The Angels and the Reds. This one is easy. He was absolutely terrible for the Reds. We have Hunter Renfroe. A 21 season for the Reds. There's been the only guy that it's got to be Cueto, right? I think that Cueto had a really special year when he was an all-star. 54%. Okay. A 21 season for the Pirates. I'm not going to get this one because I'm thinking of guys like AJ Burnett. That's really the only guy that's coming to my head. Angels and the Giants. Did you guys forget that Tim Lincecum once upon a time played for both squads? Okay, apparently not because 25% of you remembered that. 20 wins for the Giants. I don't know if Barry Zito did that. I feel like Juan Marichal definitely had 20 wins, right? Perfect. Who played for the Angels and the Pirates? I feel like this shouldn't be all that hard, but no one's coming to my head for either 20 wins for the Pirates or a guy that played for the Pirates and the Angels. All right, I'm just gonna guess. What was that guy's name? Hank Conger. I feel like he might have played for both. He did not. And then a 20-win pitcher, Burnett. Yeah, this was definitely one of the harder ones. I got both of those wrong. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I have no idea who Doug Draback is. And then Rich Hill. I just did not know that he played for the Angels. Okay. If you watched all the way until the end, I just want to say thank you very much. You're a beautiful human. I appreciate all of the support as of late, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.